Guys, it's Paula from PSENCreations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is another flip through of one of the canvas apron pocket journals that I made. I made this one. I started off with one theme and I kind of went, to me, right? To me, it's kind of eclectic. And I will say that because I don't think it has a true theme. And that's where I go, like where my mind goes when I think of eclectic. So this is a little bit different than others that I've made, just because just a few things. Just it really, it's the same concept, but just how I decorated it is slightly different. I've shown before how I make these apron journals. This is just another one that I wanted to flip through and show you guys. So this one, what I did on the front was I covered it with lace, and that same lace I covered the inside as well. So you'll see that. So this lace, when I purchased it, actually had this little border here already. And the color of the lace is like a pink fuchsia. Keep that in mind. Pink fuchsia, right? So it's not completely pink. It has like maybe a little bit of a shimmer to it. The camera might not be really showing that off. So I just wanted to mention that. The tie is just a coffee dyed seam binding that is removable. And on the front, I just had this piece of ephemera from, I don't know what little ephemera pack that I picked it up from, to be honest with you. But always remember, you are unique. And it's in like this sage green color. Again, that's where I go with the eclectic, because does pink fuchsia really go with sage green? I don't know. I think it does right now. I think it goes well. I also kept all the little ties for the two signatures, and I added these little paper flowers. I cut them out with my Cricut, and I added them to the what did I use to sew in the signatures? Geez, wax thread. I just glued them to the end of the wax threads for both signatures, so you would have two. So I thought that was cute. Let me show you the first tag. Again, this will have a total of that's another difference. I didn't do tags. I did journaling cards. And again, to me, a tag has that, the points at the top, and a journaling card is just like a square, or it has no point at the top. Maybe I'm wrong again, right? But so I'm going to call these journaling cards. So it has a total of 6 journaling cards, 2 signatures, and yeah, 6 pockets. So the first pocket up the front, again, eclectic. I just did a little bit of collaging, and it kind of has like a Victorian maybe feel to it. So this was, as I mentioned before, I like to recycle cardboard food containers. So 4 of them will be the brown, because that's the food container that I had, and then 2 on the inside will be white backing. But you can still write with no problem on this brown backing. So we have that one, and then we're going to open it, and here's our next. So again, we made a pocket. It's the same lace that I used on the front. I also added to the inside. So this is the next tag. So it has a little bit of lace, and then we have another piece of ephemera. Cherish each day, laugh often, sorry, and then a little butterfly. And it's sewn all the way around. The next one here, it does have a little, if you can make the world a little better, then you have accomplished a great deal. So maybe this journal is inspirational. How about that? Motivational. How about motivational, inspirational? With the little sayings. We have another journaling card here, another pocket. And again, oh, sorry, just a little bit of collaging. And we're going to open it one more time. And here's our first signature. Again, the signature has an array of vintage music sheet, coffee dyed paper. This, I think, is just a sheet from like a little booklet that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, like a notes booklet at some point in time. This is a French dictionary. Book page, Edgar Allan Poe book page. This is lined avocado dyed writing paper. Here's another one of those note papers, and more coffee dyed paper, a coffee filter, and then this is a vintage, I think this is 1960s dictionary page. And we have music sheet. So a piano paper, not music sheet. This is piano paper. And of course, like I mentioned, if you don't like this, you can just snip them off. And obviously the pages continue. As I mentioned in my previous one, you can add another pocket here if you wanted to, so that you can store more things. So we're going to slide this over slightly, hopefully still in frame. Here's another journaling card. And this one, again, it's just collaged with some paper strips. This is paper vellum, floral vellum. A little piece of washi tape. There is wonder in simplicity. Little piece of ephemera. Again, these are all sewn all the way around. We're going to open it up one more time. And hopefully you can still see. Here's another journaling card here. I just decided to do something, again, different. So there is some lace at the bottom. Celebrate life, blessed and grateful, live a happy life. So again, these are all just little ephemera pieces that were part of a pack. And then I had these little papers, and they were squared. I guess this is 3 inches by 3 inches. And I decided to put them in a diamond and just create the journaling card that way. And here we have the second signature. Each signature has about 10 to 11 pages. So if you multiply that front and back, that gives you how many pages you have to create on, write on, decorate, whatever it is that you're liking to do with it. And I just added a little butterfly there. And again, it's a combination of copy dyed, vintage dictionary. This is, like I said, from the Dollar Tree. Vintage music, piano paper. This is a French dictionary. Let me make sure that I'm not lying here. I believe so. Yes, it's this French dictionary here. What year is this from? French and English Dictionary, 1972. Okay. Coffee dyed paper and so on and so forth. The coffee filter. So lots of writing space, lots of space to, add your own decorations and do different things. You can add washi here and do like a flip out here to make, maybe writing space, or do it like a stamp or a stencil and maybe doodle. And again, I want to just show the middle has the little floral flowers. And once again, just like over here, you can cut this open because it's not glued. It's only glued on the outer ends. And you can create another 2 spots for 2 more journaling cards. So let me see. We looked at that one. I believe there's one tag one journaling card that we have not looked at. So I'm going to move this back over here. And that is this last one here. And here, this one, I did something similar to the other one. So I took 2 pieces of paper. The other ones were vellum, but these were just floral papers. And I just cut them in half to give it that rigid look. And I distressed it. And then I just add, "You are lovely," some washi tape right here. And then this is a sticker. I'm not sure from where, but this is a sticker. So this does have a little bit of a vintage flair to it, but I wouldn't really call it vintage. I mean, not vintage, like a Victorian shabby chic flair to it, but I wouldn't call it that because of the neon pink color, fuchsia color that I have on this lace maybe. So that's it. I know this is quick, but these are really quick to do flip throughs on, but they're tons of fun to make. So if you have any questions on them, please leave them in the comments below. And of course, as always, these will be posted on my website and my whatnot market should you be interested in any of them. Thanks guys so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Bye guys.